People often look down upon the word revenge as if it has a negative connotation. To me, it is nothing like that. I associate revenge with finding your inner peace and satisfying yourself. This is a story about how I took my revenge on my wife, who cheated on me. She got what she deserved. I got the ecstasy that I deserved after the pain. I am a florist. I know the first thing that comes to your mind after listening when a man is a florist is a guy who is too much in touch with his feminine side. That is not true when it comes to my case. I am too muscular for a job that is considered feminine. I am strongly built. I go to the gym every single day. I have boxing as my hobby. I follow a rigorous diet where I make sure to keep carbs in control. I am what they call the epitome of good health. People give me this strange look when they know my occupation, as if I am unsuitable. I am used to this judgment now. Anna was different. The first time I met her wasn't how it goes with others. We had a blind date from an online dating website. I hadn't dated and thought it was worth a shot. We met at a local restaurant. It began as the typical blind dates go. I asked her what she did, and she said she was a high school teacher. She asked me about my job, and I told her I owned a flower shop. She did not roll her eyes or drop her jaw. She smiled and said, "Sometimes the strongest ones on the outside are the softest on the inside." That was the moment I realized this may be the woman of my dreams. She may be the one. "I know it sounds idiot to think about all this from a single sentence," she said, "but your gut is not always wrong." And that day, my gut was right, and Na wanted to know why and how I chose this job. I told her the truth. I have loved flowers since I was a kid. It may not sound normal, but I was crazy about gardening and caring for my plants. I loved keeping them in vases at home and often made bouquets for my mother. "That's so sweet," Anna exclaimed. "Well, my dad used to call me gay. He really discouraged it. He said he wanted to protect me from getting bullied by guys at school, ironically by bullying me himself, and gave me a deep, sympathetic look. Anyways, enough of that. I don't think we should discuss my daddy issues on our first date," I said. Anna laughed and gently replied, "All right, topic dismissed." By the night's end, it was an established fact that we would meet for the second time. The next time, we went on a movie date. Anna insisted on watching a romantic movie, so I chose no strings attached. I love that movie so much. It resonates with the hopeless romantic that I am on the inside. I met Anna at the bus stop, and we took the bus to the cinema. I had offered Anna to pick her up in my car, but Anna needed to be more complicated. She posed to have her moral principles that she could not overlook. Now that I think of all that, I can't help but laugh at how fake or hypocritical a woman can be, or at least that one woman could be. I had brought Anna lilies when I met her. I felt like they were meant for her. As a florist, I can feel which flower is intended for a person. It matches their entire aura. I used to give my mother sunflowers. She reminded me of them because of the warmth and light she radiated. Anna reminded me of lilies with her calm and sweet personality. I told Anna about the reason as I gave her these. She listened carefully. "This is one of the most fascinating things I have heard." "Well, I am glad you found that interesting," I answered. "You know, I just decided which flower is meant for you," Anna exclaimed excitedly. "Which one is it?" I was also intrigued. "Gladiolus. I read it is also known as sword lily, and from what I know about you, you are a mixture of strength and softness." "The combination of both in perfect amounts," Anna said. I was taken aback. This woman saw right through me. It's like she knew me. Being seen and known is intimate, and I felt it strongly that day when talking to Anna. I knew I had fallen for Anna, and was hoping and praying that she would fall for me too. We dated for a year until I proposed. I knew I had to marry this woman, for I did not want to lose her at any cost. I decided to make it a huge gesture. I took Anna to my farmhouse, a little away from the city. I had it all decorated with lilies. It was all white and magical. I took Anna there, and as she entered the room, she couldn't believe it. She looked around in awe when I got down on my knee and took out the ring from my pocket. "Anna, will you marry me?" I asked. Anna started crying as she nodded and whispered, "Yes, I will." I put the ring on her finger. The crew had a stone in the shape of a lily. We hugged each other and broke into a kiss. We had a small, intimate wedding the following year at my farmhouse. Only close friends and family members were invited to it. Anna moved into my house. We were thinking of buying a new home together, but skipped it because we thought we would do so when we were ready to have children. Anna brought her kitten and dog. I struggled to get used to them, but it became tolerable with time. I am not a pet person, but Anna was, so I had to keep them. One fine evening, I was in the garden, watering the plants. Anna was sitting on the chair, sipping her coffee. She was telling me about her day when the bell rang. Meanwhile, her phone started ringing. I called her, but she didn't listen, and the phone didn't stop ringing, so I answered it. It was Kevin, her co-worker. I said hi, and he sounded startled when he heard my voice. I told him Anna would call him back. Anna was back after 5 minutes. She told me it was an ordered parcel, and she was just paying the man. I told her about Kevin's call. Her reaction to this was weird. "You don't have to answer my calls like that," she said rudely. I was astonished at the way she was talking to me. It was an extreme reaction to such a small thing that was not even wrong from my perspective. I chose not to argue. "I am sorry, I didn't mean to. Your phone couldn't stop ringing, so I answered. I apologized." Anna got up and went inside the house without saying anything. I thought there must be. Perhaps she would have been stressed at work or something that had caused her to react this way. My mind did not even suspect her cheating on me in any way. That night, Anna made dinner and kissed me as she served it. She apologized for misbehaving, and I forgot all about it. It was like I had my soft, gentle Anna back. After that day, she never acted like that toward me. Each day was perfect in some way. Even the bad days ended perfectly when I had her by my side. Life was going great, until the day I got shattered into a million pieces, from which I never recovered completely. It was a winter morning. I had gotten up early and made breakfast for the two of us. I had cooked pancakes, which Anna always loved, and made coffee. Anna was feeding her dog and cat as I set the table for breakfast. We had breakfast together and discussed the weather and other random daily stuff. I left for work early. Halfway to my shop, I realized I had left the keys at home. I turned my car around and went back. I reached home and was surprised to see a blue car in our driveway. Anna must have left for school by now. Why hasn't she? I made my way to the entrance, but before I got inside, I stepped outside and heard sex noises inside. I can swear I felt every ounce of my blood boil inside me. It felt like I would explode right there. I knew I would kill Anna, and the jerk who was with her, if I went into the house at that time. It took all my strength to make myself leave the house without stepping inside. I went straight to the flower shop. I did not take the day off because I could think of no other way to distract myself from the thoughts of taking Anna's life with my own hands. After closing time, I stayed inside with a bottle of whiskey. I drank more than I should have. I was so drunk that I couldn't walk, so I called my best friend Mark to drop me off at home. He kept asking if everything was all right. I just stayed silent. As my house approached, I told Mark to lie to Anna that I had been out with him and other guys. Thus, I got drunk. Mark looked very concerned, but was wise not to argue at that moment. He gave me a shoulder as we walked towards the house. He rang the bell. Anna opened the door within seconds. I was so worried. It got late, and you weren't answering your phone. Anna spoke to me. I wanted to smash her face, but said my phone died as I tried to act normal. I never show up this drunk to the house, so Anna was worried. Mark covered that for me. I am sorry. Everyone met after ages, so the drinking got slightly out of hand. Anna supported me by closing the door and taking me to the bedroom. I stayed silent and went straight to bed. The following day, I had a hangover. Anna made me coffee and gave me a painkiller before leaving for work. After my head got a little better, I started working on my revenge plan. It had to be perfect, and I wanted to see the same pain in Anna's eyes that I was going through. I knew I had to hurt whoever was closest to her. The agony in that sort of distress is immense. I went to my farmhouse where I had proposed to Anna. I filled the room with belladonna. Belladonna is a poisonous plant with a beautiful purple color that looks attractive. If a human touches it, he dies immediately. I was wearing a glove and was very careful when setting a trap for Anna. The same day, I told Anna I had planned a surprise weekend away from everything at my farmhouse. She was too excited when she heard about it. I blindfolded Anna before taking her there. I held her hand and led her inside. I made her stand in the center and told her to wait. Meanwhile, I put the last of belladonna to completely trap her inside. As I was done, I said, "Take off the blindfold now, sweetheart." Anna took it off and looked at the flowers around her. She was amazed as she thought it was a lovely gesture. When I stopped her, she was about to touch one of the flowers. "Don't touch that, honey. You'll die." Anna took a step back, horrified. What? What do you mean? I mean, it is poisonous, and a single touch against it will kill you, baby, I answered. What's happening, Simon? What kind of a joke is this? Anna whispered. Perhaps the same kind of joke you made of me by screwing men behind my back, I shouted. Anna's face went pale. Simon, I can explain. Oh, there is no need for that, baby. I don't need it. I don't need it. I just brought you here to see the same pain in your eyes that you caused me, which I will. I cut her off. Simon, I'm sorry. We can talk about it. I brought Anna's pets, which I had put in a cage. Anna's mouth dropped open. Simon, don't do something crazy. It's not their fault. Don't hurt them. Please, Anna shouted. Watch them suffer and die, honey. Honey, how you made me suffer. I died when I found out about you cheating on me, I answered. Simon, don't, Anna pleaded. I gave the pets their food with a tinge of belladonna in it. Anna was about to step forward when I reminded her of it. Step back, sweetheart. You'll hurt yourself. You'll die with them knowing you won't do that. You don't love them that much. You don't love anyone other than yourself. Anna froze. Within seconds, Anna's dog and cat vomited and passed out. Anna started howling. I am sorry. Why did you do this? I am sorry. She kept crying. I saw the agony in her eyes and words and got the satisfaction I needed. I felt calm and relieved as if I had gotten what I wanted. I began to walk away when Anna shouted from behind. Don't leave me here to die, Simon. Take me home, please. You have killed my pets. What else do you want, Simon? I didn't look back. I heard her screams as I sat in the car to return home. I had planned to pack my stuff and leave this cruel city forever. I had to start fresh. As for Anya, she didn't deserve a goodbye. She deserved nothing. The flowers I had trapped her inside weren't poisonous. It was all a mind game, for I knew Anna so well. I just made it up to watch her suffer and see if she risks herself to save her dear ones. She didn't do as I had expected. She only loves herself more than anything. Anna stayed in the farmhouse for a day before she was finally found by some neighboring farmers. She was dumbfounded when they told her those flowers weren't belladonna. She sent me an email about everything with her apology. I never answered her back. I just sent her the divorce papers. Now, I didn't want to have to do anything with her since I got my revenge. I got my peace. The most important conclusion I derive from this story is to subscribe to this channel for more interesting stories in the future. Let me know what you thought about the author in the comments. Was his revenge too weak or too brutal?